Hello, my name is James Maund and thank you for viewing this short video presentation. Over the next 15 minutes or so, I will be describing CreekLink, a simple online mapping tool which has been specifically designed for local environmental groups like Landcare. With their own CreekLink map, local groups can, for the first time, simply and accurately record the condition of their local waterways. There are currently 20 Landcare groups around Victoria using CreekLink maps, and this video presentation will give you a better idea about what CreekLink does and also let you know how the groups in your network can register to get their own free CreekLink map. I'll explain a little bit more about the maps shortly, but first I thought you might be interested to know a little bit about the people involved and where the idea for CreekLink came from. As I mentioned, CreekLink is a not-for-profit organisation which is run by a volunteer committee of management which is based in Melbourne. The members of the committee of management come from a range of different professions. However, we all share one thing in common, and that is a passion for helping improve the health of Victorian waterways. The idea for CreekLink came about as the result of a meeting of my local Landcare group, the East Otway Landcare group, which is located in southwestern Victoria. Back in 2010, we were meeting to discuss our priorities for the coming years. And what we decided our number one priority was improving connectivity along our local waterways. Now, to be unable to do that, we needed to know where existing areas of good quality waterway were. And we soon realised we simply didn't have that information. And after looking extensively, we found that that information didn't exist either. So we decided we'll create our own mapping tool, and that's how the idea for CreekLink was born. Things have moved on a lot since 2010. CreekLink has been established as an incorporated entity, the mapping website has been built, and as mentioned, there are currently 20 different Landcare groups around Victoria already using the site. CreekLink already has significant support, with the head of the Victorian Landcare Council's own Landcare group using a CreekLink map, and the head of the FTLA's entire network using CreekLink maps. CreekLink also has the support of DELP, which has kindly provided funding to enable members of CreekLink to travel around Victoria giving a presentation like this to local Landcare groups. CreekLink can be found at the URL creeklink.org.au, and soon as the website comes up, you'll see that the homepage is really simple. Remember our motto, simple, easy and fun? Well, we've tried to incorporate that into the maps themselves. You can see straight away the orange outline, which is the Landcare boundary, and the groups have the opportunity to adjust that themselves. Then, within that Landcare boundary, you can see a graphic overlaying the creek lines, and those graphics have got colour on them. There are four basic colours. They start out as white when there's no information, but when it's a good quality piece of waterway, it's coloured green. Green means there is no stock access and there is 80% or more of native vegetation. Where the colour is yellow, there's been half of the process of rehabilitation undertaken, so there is either stock excluded or there is significant native vegetation, but not both. The grey colour shows a waterway where there's been no improvement works done to date. The final colour, red, normally is identified with danger or something which is bad, but in this case it's a good sign. It shows the location where a landholder has indicated that they would like to improve their section of waterway in the future. So we have significant amount of information already. You can see the overall condition of the waterways in your network and where it might be a good idea to prioritise future works. But we can also zoom in on this map, either by clicking in the top left-hand corner where there's the plus and minus sign, or you can just double-click on the map itself. Once you zoom in far enough, you will see a number of thin black lines appear on the map, and they relate to title boundaries. Now, I should say here that we recognise privacy is a really important issue for local landholders. So nowhere on this site do we record the names of people, the addresses of their property, or even show property boundaries. You can click on one of these sections along the waterway and you get additional information which shows in the detail box in the top right hand corner. It shows the name of the creek, it shows the name of the Landcare group and some additional information. Using a Creek Link map gives groups a great number of really exciting benefits. The first one is that you can more strategically choose the location for your future projects. You can also write more compelling and faster funding applications. You can communicate more broadly with the wider community, explaining the benefits of what you're doing and engaging those landholders to improve their own waterways. And finally, and most importantly I think, this is a chance for Landcare groups to reinvigorate themselves, to be able to sit back and celebrate the successes that they've had over the last 20 years and the results of all their hard work. How would this work for your group? First, your group gets a rough outline of their local area. Your group can then easily push and pull the boundary on the map into a shape that accurately reflects the boundary of your group. Once this is done, we provide your group with a poster-sized A1 paper map of your area and 4 different coloured textures. Your group can then sit around a kitchen table with some tea and scones and start adding the information to your map. It's as simple as colouring in a picture using the different coloured textures. Once you have put the information on the paper map, one member of the group who is comfortable using computers can take the paper map away with them, log into the website and put in the appropriate information. Over time, as your group undertakes future projects or finds out more information about your local waterways, the online map can be regularly updated. So, in conclusion, the Creek Link mapping tool is now ready and can show where you've recorded all the projects over the last 20 years. And just as importantly, these maps will show everyone, including the government, just what Landcare has been able to achieve over the past 20 years. If your group, or in fact your entire network, would like their own Creek Link map, it couldn't be easier. Go to creeklink.org.au and click on the big green star in the top right hand corner. Or if you'd prefer to contact us directly, simply drop us a line at info@creeklink.org.au and we look forward to working with you hopefully in the near future. Thank you very much for your time.